Sharp money, we are finding the sharp sports betting picks today. So how we doing, everybody? We are back. Yesterday, gave you guys the Dodgers money line on the video, showed you how we found it. That was a great pick, but I messed up big time. Well, not exactly big time, but as you can see here, I am down $9.09. So I should have been up $90 from the Dodgers. Instead, I went and I took the Chicago Bulls plus 2.5. It wasn't a bad pick liquidity-wise, on Novig and ProfitX, but why in the world would I take an NBA preseason prop? I would never tell anybody to do that. I got carried away looking at sharp money, so I did that. So again, we are running through our player profit challenge. Let's pass this funding account. We need $1,500 worth of profit. That's got to start today. So we're going back over to OddsJam. We're going to the sharp money tool again. If you guys want access to this, you can get a week free trial and use the link I put in the description. If you guys want your player profit accounts, you can use code TAKE for 10% off an account, but DM me first on Instagram at Sean'sTake or email me at sean@seanstake.com because I can get you a buy one, get one free type of situation. So let's find what we're taking today. We're starting here, shots on goal. That's our biggest liquidity play. And value is not the greatest thing in the world on DraftKings here, minus 175, when our value that we're really looking for, is anything minus 170 or better. Minus 161 is the best book, but of course, we don't have Betano here. We are mirroring DraftKings odds. Minus 175, I really don't hate this, to be honest. We're getting 1.9K of liquidity on this play. For NHL shots on goal play, that's a pretty significant amount there. That's something I'm going to want to follow, so I actually don't hate putting this in. It's in the Mammoth game, Utah. I love that team name, by the way, as well. So let's see, we're heading back to player profit to hockey. Let's just go down, or we could just search it, Utah. Oh, there's only 4 games today in the NHL. We're going here, we're going to player props. And let's see, so this is Logan Cooley. So we can just type in Cooley. Here, again, this is how I'm finding player shots on goal. So they've got Cooley over 1.5, 175. That's pretty juicy. We're going to put 125 on that. So normally I put 100 on these plays. We're going to put 125 because it is minus 175 plays. So, theoretically we have a higher chance of hitting it. I'm going to lock that one in as our first play here. Logan Cooley over 1.5 shots on goal. Next up, there's a lot of liquidity on him. So I really do like this. We've got another player shot on goal here. Not even going to try to pronounce the name, but you guys can see it on the screen recording. Minus 105 odds. This is in the Blackhawks Blues game. Let's see. Ilya, it looks like. So this is another good play. I have not done a lot of hockey here, so we're going to see if the Sharps are good at hockey. But again, you're putting almost 2K down on a player shot on goal. So Mikheyev, minus 105 over 1.5 shots on goal. Yep, we're going to lock that. And that's great value for us here too. So as you guys can see, somebody on Novig ProfitX is trying to get this bet matched at minus 102. We're getting minus 105. That's pretty close. I typically like to stay within 20 cents of juice. Juice, if you don't know, is minus 110 to minus 130. That's different juice. Sportsbook juice is how much they're trying to take from you. And that's a 20-cent difference, minus 110 to minus 130. I want to stay 20 cents or narrower when we're taking a play from the best book available on the OddsJam Sharp Money tool to what we're going to take on player profit. So we're going to take 100 on that. Ilya to go over 1.5 shots on goal. We've now locked in 2 NHL plays, which is pretty surprising. Did not expect that to be, what I'm most focused on. And that's all leagues here as well. So I just reselect all. There is college football today, but let's go down. Now we're getting a little, I don't hate this. Sam Bennett over 2.5 shots on goal. Panthers Red Wings game. Why I don't hate this? It's only $544 of liquidity. I don't love that. It's not a ton, but we're trying to get matched at 148. So somebody on ProfitX put 544 down on this prop. at plus 148. They're looking to take the over at minus 148. That's how this liquidity game works. So somebody's trying to get that matched so they can get minus 148. And DraftKings is offering that. So Sam Bennett, Panthers Red Wings game, that's who we're going to be taking for our third play. I did not expect to come on here and have 3 hockey plays. We're going to see how it does. I have no idea how NHL is going to be on this, but let's see. We're going to get to know a lot more today. So Sam Bennett over 2.5 shots on goal. Minus 148, we're putting 100. Let's do 110 on that one. Just it is a little bit juicy. Let's try to get some action back on that. So I think that's where we're going to stop for NHL. Let's take a look. There was good college football liquidity earlier today, but it doesn't seem to be here right now. There's only 3. We had a ton of liquidity on Jackson State spread earlier. Let's see if that's still here. I should have actually locked that in this morning. Let's see. Okay. NCAA football. Delaware Jackson State. It's still at plus 3. I don't dislike that pick at all, but we're going to, follow the sharp money here. The biggest thing is on the under 48.5 points. I don't hate it, but again, I want more than $430 of liquidity onto something. Let's just go select all again. I want to just take a look at DraftKings. So as you guys can see, you saw how many plays there were earlier. When we filtered just to DraftKings, only 1 result right now. That's a play we already ended up taking, so I'm not gonna mess with that again. It's a pretty dry market. You guys are gonna see. I think this is gonna be. Hold on. Blue Jays Mariners under 7.5 runs. At minus 122, they're trying to get it matched at plus 123, so minus 123. We can get that at minus 136. That's within 20-cent difference. Let's lock that in. Big MLB playoff game. Ton of bullpen pitching is what we're going to see tonight, under 7. So we want to go more picks. Let's take this. Let's see, total runs. Is that what they call it here on first half? We need to go all the way down to total runs in the game. Let's go under 7.5, minus 136. We'll do 100 on that play right there. Blue Jays Mariners, it's been a higher score. The Mariners scored, I think, 10 runs the other day. But the market is heavily saying this is going to be a low scoring game. So we're going to follow that. And we have sharp money on it. So that just popped up here. I do like that play a lot. We'll refresh again, just see if anything else is popping up. Logan Cooley continues to go up, so we're getting more and more, reason to think that this is a really good play for us that we locked in with Cooley. Ottawa Senators Sabres on the money line. So I had actually done a video picking the Sabres earlier because there seemed to be liquidity heading in that direction. That is flipped over to the Senators. So we're going to stay away from that one. I don't want to contradict myself there, but we'll see how that plays out. Senators could end up being a pretty good bet. Let's see. We're getting a little bit more liquidity filling up. There is this one, Santander, over half a hit run RBI. Anthony Santander. Let's take a look at some of his metrics. So who's pitching for the Mariners tonight? Mariners. I think is it George Kirby? Probable pitchers. Let's see, because I want to see Santander versus whoever's on the mound tonight. So we have George Kirby. Okay, so let's take a look at Anthony Santander versus George Kirby and just see 6 for 15. 400 average, that I'll take that. We'll take Santander. Oh, DraftKings at minus 175. So I should have looked at this before anything else. This is basically saying Bookmaker and BetCrace are giving just an insane value on this play right now. If you have Bookmaker, this is definitely a play you want to take. Minus 115. This is a true positive EV play on a prop that all major sportsbooks in the US are offering at minus 175, minus 185, minus 170. So we're not getting any value on this play whatsoever. But Santander, if you have Bookmaker, that's a play you would have definitely wanted to take. Let's do one more refresh. Cooley. We got the under. Senators, we're going to leave that one alone. Like I said, I kind of had a contradicting pick. Charlotte Hornets on the money line. Again, I would love to take this, but I'm going to hold myself here and we're not going to take that. We're not going to touch the NBA preseason. We will probably be having a ton of plays come NBA regular season, but for the market today, we're not going to. Let's just quickly take a look. Next 7 days, we're going to see more liquidity here. I'm trying to figure out when the best time to start taking NFL plays are. I don't know if it's today. I don't know if it's later in the week. We do get different price points on these. But player profit, you can only have 2 bets from the same game, so I don't want to double dip too much because liquidity right now could be on the Texans plus 3.5, but come Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning, we could have 3 other plays in the Texans game that has more liquidity and are even sharper picks. So I don't want to limit myself to taking something here on a Wednesday when we have a lot of time before we're going to get there. So I think we're going to round this out here. As we can see, Texans plus 3.5, Dolphins plus 3.5, Jets plus 1.5 are popular picks here. And here's Cooley again. These numbers are staying strong, which we love to see. So we'll likely be taking all of these spreads, just not today. But they're on the radar. I like to stick with the day of a lot better because that means that on No Vig and ProfitX, a lot of bettors are putting in money right before a game. So that's why, this Cooley play is so great. We're just hours before this game, where yesterday, people aren't really looking into this game and putting heavy money down. But now today, day of, hours before, we do have heavy money getting put down. That's going to lead to a sharper pick compared to something that's maybe bet 5-6 days in advance where you're really playing for a price then. I want a sharp pick with a good price, but I don't want to do it too early. So we're seeing all of the plays that we locked in here staying strong. With that, we're going to round out. Quick recap on our player profit account. So we are down, we've used $100, so we're down not even a full 100 is what we've lost. We only lost $9.09, but we have $909.09 until we would lose this funded account and fail our challenge. So we got to make sure we just keep climbing out of that hole, get our profit target up to 1,500, pass stage 1, move on to stage 2. But today we got 4 picks to lock it in. Hopefully we're looking at a 4-0, 3-1 type of day. That's what we need from these sharp picks. Seattle Mariners, Toronto Blue Jays under 7.5. Sam Bennett over 2.5 shots on goal in the Red Wings-Panthers game. I don't know hockey that well. I don't know what team these guys are on, but I do know this is a sharp play and there's sharp money backing it, and that's why we're taking it. St. Louis Blues, Ilya, not going to try the last name. Blues, Blackhawks game over 1.5 shots on goal, and then Logan Cooley, probably our favorite pick of the day, over 1.5 shots on goal in the Flames Mammoth game. So that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. I may be posting more picks here, so if you guys want the rest of the picks, I'll try to get them in the Discord every single time I'm putting them, but obviously I can't go make a video for every single one of the picks that we're making. But I hope this gives you a sense of how you can start to pass betting challenges on player profit. Get a bankroll that's, perhaps bigger than what you already have. Again, we can look at these challenges. You can do anything from $1,000 to $100,000. $100,000 account, $2,000 to get. That may seem like a lot, but when you think of it, you're then placing $1,000 bets every single time. You place 3 bets of $1,000. You've already bet more than what you paid for the account. And unless you have $100,000 lying around to sports bet, I would rather, if we were to fail a challenge, only lose a maximum of $2,000 versus if you bet 10 bets and went 2 and 8, you've lost $8,000. So there is a huge, risk assessment with this where player profit does save you a lot of money. And if you pass it, you're likely placing bets that are bigger than what you could place anyway, and therefore you're making more. So what we're doing is the beta challenge here. $2.99 for a $10,000 bankroll, no max daily loss, which is really nice. And we only need to go up 10%, here we go, 10% we only need to go up 15%. We can lose a maximum of 10% of our bankroll, but we need to go up 15% twice, and then we get account funded, and once we go up 15% again, we can start to cash out our winnings. So that's what player profit's so nice. Again, you can use code TAKE and you'll get a nice little 10% off discount when you apply that coupon code. But again, DM me because I can probably get you a better deal by working with their team. So that's what's nice about being a partner with them. They're very accommodating and they'll take care of you. So there's the sharp money. One last check to make sure nothing else popped up. Looks like we are pretty good. Shane Bieber over 4.5 strikeouts. This is actually a play I like. This was on here earlier, dropped off. Let's see what DraftKings line we can get. We can get at minus 140, 425, 35, 45. We're right in that 20 cents gap. FanDuel I like at minus 160, Pinnacle at 143. Let's take this play too. Let's get another play in this MLB game. Sorry, I know I said I was going to end this, but this is how the markets work. You never know when value is going to pop up. And for that reason, it's good to always be scanning it. So that's why it's also good for you to get the Sharp Money tool. And again, if you use the link that I post in this video, you can get your Sharp Money tool at a week free trial. So nothing wrong with testing out for a week, see how much you can make, and then you can decide to pay for it as you make money. So let's see, we need Shane Bieber. Player strikeouts. We want him over 4.5, minus 144. Let's just do 100 on it. It's our last play. I don't want to overdo our spend today. But that's going to add into it. So we got 5 plays on the day. Can we go 5-0, 4-1? Would rather 3-2 not happen. 5-0, 4-1 is really going to be what we're looking for today. 3-2 if we make money, depending on which one combination of these hit. I think there is a way where we could lose money if we lost our bigger bets. But let's not get there. Let's go 5-0, 4-1. And I will see you guys next time as we look to pass a player profit funded account using Sharp Money strategy.